My life, like many others, has had its ups and downs. I have established goals and failed to achieve them. Happiness has been felt and aspirations have been realized, but it has always been temporary. Practically every time I have been happy after buying something I truly wanted, getting a raise or gaining experience, life has returned to normal. I anticipated to feel different, transformed. Is this something you have heard before? I came upon the concept of the hedonic treadmill a few years ago, which perfectly explains the phenomena I have witnessed. This helps us to consider the following question: what is hedonic adaptation and how we can avoid it? Hello and welcome back to Psychology Boss. In this video, we will dive deep into hedonic adaptation. Hedonic adaptation is also referred to as the hedonic treadmill. As an example, let's look at a treadmill. Perhaps we have been bitten by the fitness bug and are out of shape due to lack of exercise. On TV, we notice a treadmill commercial. We are motivated by the toned, fit celebrity subscriber who claims that when we get in shape, you look and feel your best. We decide that we aren't in shape because we are in desperate need of motivation. We decide to get a treadmill. We turn it on and go for our first run. We think this stuff is incredible. We'll be able to get in shape quickly now that we have this new treadmill. Then there's life. For a few days, we are very busy. We just want to unwind after a long day at work. However, every time we pass by the treadmill, it calls to us. We end with less enthusiasm in our step since the workout feels longer than it did before. We have started avoiding the treadmill since it no longer inspires us. A few weeks pass, and before we realize it, it has accumulated dust. This is a genuine treadmill version of the hedonic treadmill concept. Hedonic adaptation is the idea that when we are stimulated, our levels of pleasure can grow or fall, but that when the novelty of the stimulation wears off, we will return to a default state of happiness. Happiness derived from outside sources is fleeting. These are few examples of things that can help us to be happier. Making a large life purchase that we've wished for, such as a dream home, car, or an exotic vacation. I'm looking for new things. A major life event, such as wedding, a higher income or better title. We'll skip it because you can surely think of plenty of examples of detrimental stimulation to happiness level. In any case, the message is that all external sentiments are fleeting and that we certainly return to a default level of happiness throughout time. Is your happiness level predetermined? There are few different perspectives on this. We can find happiness through a new purchase, a life change, or a substance, but it will only last a short time. People, on the other hand, develop a habit of repeating the following cycle, hence the treadmill reference. The hedonic treadmill has the following phases: existing in a condition of boredom with a strong desire for excitement, getting excited about the prospect of a new career, money, drugs, or a new romance, for example. We believe that we require this item to be happier. We finally obtain the new product after desiring it for a long time. We have a good feeling about ourselves. We become bored again over time. The new object no longer brings us satisfaction and we desire for even more. Despite these facts, most people find themselves on the treadmill. Therefore, many people find it difficult to make the move to a minimalist lifestyle. The bulk of us are accustomed to finding satisfaction through achieving goals, having new experiences, and trying new things in our lives. In summary, our baseline level of happiness will always be set to a specific level, typically below where we think it should be over a long enough period, unless we take special measures. What are our options of getting off the hedonic treadmill? There are 10 concepts. According to Psychology Today, our baseline of happiness, referred to as set point can be increased by helping others. We feel there are a few other options as well. Deprogramming our expectations, perspectives, and what we think we know to be true will be required to get off the hedonic treadmill. As much of this is programmed into us by society, media, and environmental expectations of family, friends, community, and others, many of whom are trapped in the hedonic cycle themselves. Breaking this cycle and getting off the hedonic treadmill requires we make some fundamental changes to our general outlook, as well as we follow a few practices. Doing these 10 things will allow us to raise our baseline level of happiness and depend less on external forces to feel happier. So what are the 10 things that will allow us to raise our baseline of happiness? 1. Committing selfless acts of charity, providing us with the genuine satisfaction. 2. Recognize unnecessary wastes of money in our lives. 3. Donate or sell everything we don't use. 4. Meditate and practice mindfulness. 5. Remove toxic relationships. 6. Consider if we feel any lacking in our lives. Are we trying to fill a void inside of ourselves with shiny new things? 7. Abandon the idea that something outside of ourselves is going to be the answer. 8. Observe the lives of those who have been our biggest influencers. Consider if you see any of the same tendencies in them. 9. Be grateful during times of hardship by counting your blessing and showing appreciation. 10. Try to maximize the use of what we have rather than looking for what else we want. In conclusion, we are programmed by society and human nature to seek out external ways to increase our happiness. While we can get a happiness boost from shiny new objects and experiences, it will not last. The good news is that it doesn't matter. By avoiding the temptations of the hedonic treadmill and practicing healthy ways to boost our natural happiness set point, we will finally free ourselves from this roller coaster of emotions and find true happiness instead. Thank you for sticking till the end of the video. See you in the next video. Bye now.